Welcome back to the Hungry People podcast, guys. I really wish I could give out as much energy as I can when I do the intro here, but sometimes it's tough and I don't want the mic to get all messed up, like the volume and stuff. So I'm doing the best I can though. But anyways, guys, we're here. We're back. We're ready to rock and roll. Guys, last week's episode, I did a podcast with Fitzgerald Robertson. Fitzgerald, I went to college with him at Seton Hill. Very blessed to meet him there. We did a project together, an entrepreneurial project together. I learned a lot from Fitz, and we have maintained our relationship after college and up to now. It's been a true pleasure to be a friend of Fitz's. I've learned so much from him. He's a wealth of knowledge, and I do believe that he is gonna be like he'll be on Wall Street, right, Fitz? You'll be on Wall Street somewhere. Maybe have an office. What do you think? That'd be pretty cool. But no, he has that kind of potential, and it's so cool seeing what he's doing at the seminary right now, and I'm excited to see where he ends up over the next couple years. But yeah, guys, he actually offers awesome services for people who are trying to grow their business. So if you are trying to do that, reach out to Fitz, get on it, get in touch with Fitz. He's a great contact, awesome resource. Fitz, you the man, dude. Thanks for coming on. I can't wait to have you back on for more recordings, dude. Seriously, it's great. Now, guys, today I am going to recap the 2022 Woodstock Fruit Festival, at least give my recap on it. Wow, it's bittersweet. The Woodstock Fruit Festival of the year. It's bittersweet. Why is that? Well, it's moving places. They are going to be moving locations. They're no longer going to be up at Camp Walden up there in Bolton Landing, New York, upstate New York, with those beautiful mountains, Trout Lake there. Yeah, it's tough. I actually do believe it was because of the incident with William and what he was planning on doing, or at least wanted to do to people at Woodstock. And I don't think the camp liked that. I think they had enough of that. So I do believe that they're moving to Florida. They're moving the festival to Florida, and I think they're going to do it in February now. I'm not sure if that's going to be like a yearly thing or every 6 months thing or what's going to happen, but that's what I believe the plan's going to be, is that they're no longer in New York. They're moving to Florida, and it's going to be in February. So that's really all I know. Pretty much everyone who's at the festival knows that as well. If you're just hearing this now, that's pretty much what it's going to be. And I guess we'll hear more whenever they speak on it, or whenever they find a place or a venue. So yeah, it's just tough, because Camp Walden, that's the place where it all began, and it's a beautiful location. It's a perfect location. You have everything you need there. There's even a little city nearby, or a little town nearby you can go venture to. Mountains, lake. I mean, it's beautiful. So I do believe that there are a lot of places out there that are like that, where they have setups like that where you can come and host people and do even conventions and whatnot. So I'm confident that Woodstock will find a great venue down in Florida or wherever they plan on being. I feel like North Carolina would be cool, or South Carolina, but I guess Florida, it's tough to kill. Like, you can't camp out in Florida unless you don't want to sleep, and you want to just sweat all night. So I'm assuming that everything's gonna have to be inside with air conditioning, and makes sense. But I guess like in February, it's probably a little cooler. Maybe in the evenings you could camp. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I do know this last time when I was in Florida back in January and early February, there were actually some nights where it was chilly, and in the morning it was like 50 in the morning. I don't think it's usually like that though. I think it's usually much warmer. So yeah, but I guess we'll have to wait and see whatever they say, whatever comes out, and I'll be excited to hear. I'm gonna do the best I can to get down there. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen or not. So that's what's tough about it, you know. Um, but yeah, so we'll see what happens, I guess, right? But yeah, anyways, guys, I wanted to recap the festival. It was a blast, so much fun. It was nice that I got to go to New York for the last time that I was gonna be there and enjoy myself. I actually wrote down like what I did every single day just to make sure that I could come back and rewind and talk about it all. I don't want to like, I'm not gonna like take you through my days and like give you a step by step of what exactly happened, but you know, I can just go over some of the stuff that I did. It's funny. I remember telling AJ, I'm like, I don't want to bike. Like, I'm done biking. Like, I don't want to bike the mountains. Screw it. And I ended up doing that. And it was actually it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Got some really cool pictures. Saw some really amazing views. So that was really cool. I'm still pulling this up here, but yeah, I got there late Saturday night and I put my tent up in the dark. I was able to do it. I said, screw it, I'm gonna get it done. I ended up staying longer in New York than I expected. No, yeah, in New York, and I didn't get there till super late Saturday evening. I had an amazing dinner with Jenna that night at Il Porto in Brooklyn. If you guys are there, go to Il Porto. The pizza is amazing. It is amazing. Yeah, but anyways, of course, that first night, you know, Leo gets there and he has like this big box of fruit and they get there late, but he's like, hey, let's get down to the front and eat a bunch of fruit. So we were down until like 2:30 at the dining hall, just grubbing on fruit. Of course, the first night I get there last year, I didn't get up until 4 o'clock. This night I don't get until 3 o'clock. It's like starting off the festival hot, right? Already low on sleep. It is so funny though how we go there and like this, it's like sleep is non-existent. Everyone's staying up late. I mean, not everybody, but I was at least staying up late, you know, at the campfires. Or last year I did a lot of dancing. This year there wasn't like much dancing. It was just pretty much silent disco, and I didn't do that. I guess the people at the camp got mad, or like around the camp got mad, or it was too loud. You know, 1 week out of the year, we pay a lot of money to do that. But hey, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. So but yeah, that was fun, you know, staying up late, eating fruit first night. And then yeah, the next day we end up riding bikes, riding the mountains, which is a lot of fun. And I do, so for my job, I do work when I'm away. I got to work full time. So, well, I guess it's a lot of my work depends on if people need me, I guess you could say. But even when I'm away, I'm still like putting in, I guess you could say the minimum for this week was like the minimum possible. And it was still like probably 20 hours or so. But hey, it's all good, is what it is. And I love it. I love my job. So, yeah, so Sunday and Monday, I did do a lot of work and I was able to fit it into the schedule. It actually works out really nicely. But yeah, so we ended up going into the town the one night and got pizza, and that was a good experience. Yeah, that's the thing, is like we get a Woodstock and we eat cooked food, right? Why do we do that? You know, why do we do that? And I really love living in the experience, and I want to enjoy what's around me, and I believe that sometimes it's good to enjoy places that are around you, you know, food places that you're probably never going to go to again, and it's good to experience that. But I mean, myself, I don't believe in a fully raw vegan diet. For some people, cool, but for myself, I don't believe that's the best. So I'm totally cool with eating cooked food, and I feel like Nick and I, we were going back and forth a little bit on this. Vegan Equilibrium is his name, and he was like, oh, gotta get that starch in you, you know, gotta get the cooked food in you. I feel like he comes at it more from like an addictive standpoint, but for me, I come at it as a like, I don't want to eat all raw. I'm not going to get enough food all raw. I don't want to eat a salad like at least their salads every single night, even though like it's so amazing what they do. And the tomatoes at Woodstock are like unbelievable. Just like the sweetest tomatoes. They're so good. But I mean the dressings are awesome. The produce is phenomenal. I just like don't want that though sometimes. So I went out and did what I did. Well, I went out with a bunch of people. Um, so yeah, I think one of the coolest parts about Woodstock this year is that we played basketball a couple days. I wish we would have played more, but some of the guys were like, "Oh, this is the first time I played in a while. My calves, my legs are killing me. I can't move." You know, actually, someone sprained their ankle, which is very unfortunate. Um, I'm not laughing. I'm not. I'm sorry for laughing at that. I'm just like it just sucks. It just didn't work out well for him, and I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that was a lot of fun playing basketball. Vivo's a little beast in the court. We had a good time. Yeah, the Durian party on Monday was a lot of fun. Gosh, some people really got some moves. I know Jillian, she's like one of the main people who runs the festival. Unbelievable dancer, like incredible moves. Really cool stuff. Really cool watching you ball out on the dance floor. And I actually have I have like a little short video of you on my YouTube for that first day there, or the second day, or whatever the first video I have. So that was really super cool. One of the best parts that I really enjoyed about this past festival was that I was swimming in the lake a lot more than I did last year. Last year I feel like I was like all over the place and I didn't get to spend time at the lake. And this year I made sure to spend time at the lake. That was so nice. I love being by water. I love swimming in water. It's so awesome just being in the sun and then taking a nice cold dip. I mean, just beautiful. I wish I could do that every single day. I'm not doing that in the Pittsburgh River though. That's for damn sure. You don't know what's in that place. So I do wish that I had something like closer here where I could just jump in and dive in and take advantage of that. But we don't really have too much of that here. So yeah. Actually, speaking of the pizza, it was so funny. Back to the pizza stuff. We were reading in the lot up at the baseball field by our car, and two girls came down, Kelly and Claire, who I both got pretty close with over the next couple of days, which is really really cool to see and really really fun hanging out with them. But they stopped by and they were like, "Is that pizza?" And we were like, "Yeah." They were like, "Can we have some?" And we were like, "Of course, here we're definitely come join the party." So we allowed them to share in our experience and eat some of our pizza that we had. It was amazing pizza. But that was just so, I thought that was so funny. I guess speaking on like, like the fully raw stuff, I feel like I could do it, like, but I want my dressings, like the dressings that I like, then I could probably do it more sustainably. But still, I feel like getting those cooked starches in, for me at least, just help keep me satisfied and keep my energy levels sustained, and it just feels good. It feels good. I mean, not that like raw doesn't feel good. It does, but I just love the cooked starches and what it does in my body. So yeah, what else? What else happened here at the Woodstock Free Festival? It was great getting the sugarcane juice in me. Every morning I had like 64 ounces of it, just throwing it back. Really cool stuff. Really good stuff. Is it cool? I don't know. Sugarcane juice cool? It may be, but uh oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, there was one experience that really just put me under the bus a little bit. So I just got a brand new phone. Okay, I got it like maybe a month and a half ago. And they were like, "Oh, you want apple care in the phone?" I was like, "Nah, we're good." But my mom was like, "MP, get it." So I ended up getting apple care on it. Fortunately. Okay, so the one night we went out to get pizza. We actually went out 2 nights to get pizza, but the one night uh we come back and the sunroof in my car was left open. We didn't close it. You know, we were jamming out, we were balling out. Matt, Adele, I think there were like 7 of us in the car that night. Um, Magic, Ariel. But yeah, so I left the door open. Oh, Benny, of course, too. Uh I think Viva was there too. And Melissa. But yeah, so I left the sunroof open in my car. The next day there was a torrential downpour. And it's funny because I'm like, did I close my door or my window, my sunroof? Did I close it? And I'm like, I don't think I did. So after it rained, I go up. Probably about 2 hours later, I check it out. It's open, unfortunately. And it sucks because it's like I'm looking, I'm like, wow, it actually looks like it's gonna piss down rain again. So I'm like, crap, I gotta get back to my car and get my keys real quick. So I start running back. There was actually a bike right in the middle of the field. I said, fuck it, picked it up, rode that back to my tent. I get to my tent, my tent's like flooded. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So not only was my tent flooded, but I had to move my tent because they put a sign on my tent. I was like, I'm not gonna move it like tomorrow, so I'm just gonna I'm just gonna do it now. I should not have moved my tent, but I did. Moved it real quick, got some stuff out of my tent that was wet, and I had this big box, and I'm like now carrying it back to my car, and it's like it's heavy as shit, and I gotta legit walk like it feels like it was a half mile. Was it a half mile? Probably not. I don't know exactly how far it was, but so all this stuff's taking too much time. I'm walking, and it starts pissing down rain. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So crazy. Kelly and Claire, the 2 girls that I met at the two we shared pizza with, who came up to our car. They were in a golf cart. And I was like, I was like, come here. And I was like, you got to take me in my car. So I jumped in the back of the golf cart, and they took me away. Once we drove away, my phone flew out of my pocket, and it just got smashed in a bunch of rocks, and I cracked my screen. So not only is my phone cracked, but it's also super wet. Everything else was super wet in the box, and they do get me to my car. I end up closing the sunroof, but everything gets rained on. Hey, it is what it is. But the worst part about that was that the next day when I went in my car, it smelled like absolute. Oh my gosh, it smelled like shit. Just like that like musky, is that the word? Just like muggy, like super warm and wet, dry smell. It's just nasty. And I've still been trying to like get that smell out of my car for the past couple days, and it's been how long since Woodstock now? Yeah, I think I am gonna go get it detailed and professionally done just to like really, clean it all up. But the smell is slowly moving away. So a really fun evening that I had was listening to Nik, the Vegan Equilibrium. The vegan that's his account. I'm not saying like that's his guy. That's his account. Him and this guy Seth, who's also on Instagram, who I met. They were debating back and forth. And it was just hilarious listening to them debate. They're both intelligent human beings, and I can tell that they do. Not only do they do a lot of research, but they can maintain what they read and learn, and they have the ability to, even if it is reiterating what they're saying or what they're learning, but they can speak on it well. And it all started with talking about flat Earth. Is there a flat Earth or not? And then we'd start talking What else did he talk about? I don't know. They talked about so much stuff. They went back and forth. One of the things that Nik brought up was like anti-natalism. And if you don't know what that is, natalism is actually, I'm just gonna read the definition, but it has to do with like the growth of population and pretty much having children, and Nik is against that. Pro-natalism and an ideology in favor of childbearing. Natalism is a belief that promotes the reproduction of human life. The term comes from the Latin adjective for birth, natalis. So yeah, and one of the biggest reasons why Nik is anti that is because he believes that that is the best way in stopping animal cruelty and animal slaughter. So it's like the more humans we bring onto this earth, the more animals that are probably going to die for us. So the less humans we bring on the earth, the less animals are dying. Now he's obviously one to better talk with. Actually, I'm going to have him on at some point soon here, hopefully, and I can get a better understanding of what he has to say about that. But for I guess for the most part, for general understanding, it makes what he has to say for there makes sense. So yeah, but it was interesting. They were talking about like, do humans or like should humans feel pain, or do humans suffer? That's what it was. Or should humans suffer, or do we suffer? Like we come to this world to suffer, and why are we here suffering? We're better off somewhere else. I guess that'd be death. So yeah, they had like an interesting back and forth talk about that. And then talking about love and all this kind of stuff. It was just like cool to hear their talk and be there. It's just so funny. I feel like Nik's just such a debater. big debate guy. So that was cool to see. But yeah, it was nice talking with Ronnie. Ronnie, he is the owner of the UK Fruit Fest, and I think he was at the first ever Woodstock Fruit Festival too. And it's just cool like hearing someone like him, how the raw food lifestyle has changed his life. And I mean, it's changed all of our lives. It changed my life, all that stuff. I feel like pretty much any diet change is going to have a significant impact on your life. So yeah, but it was cool chatting up with him. But yeah, I ended up doing another bike ride with Alonzo later in the week, which is really nice. We end up getting birch bark again. We did go out another night too to get some really good vegan food. It's just I just love sharing food with people, and I don't know why it's always so fun going out and sharing food too, because like I can just eat the food they give me at Woodstock and share it with people. But I don't know, there's something about just going out and sharing an experience with people. And it's so nice actually going out with people who are vegan and eating vegan food with each other. We're doing the best we can to find a vegan restaurant, and yeah, and actually it was nice too because we went and got pizza, or when we went and got pizza, I wasn't the one who had to like question everything, like someone else did it. So that was like, I gotta sit back and take it easy and let them do their thing. So that was cool. But yeah, so I ended up leaving Saturday afternoon. And matter of fact, before I left, there was a men's group, and it was really cool sitting down and listening to everyone share a little bit about themselves or something that they're going through, or a reason that they're here at the Woodstock Fruit Festival. It was really nice, and I thank Brandon for putting that together. I do feel like that's so important, and it's something that I don't get to do often, or I rarely ever do. And I feel like we need that. Everyone needs that. We need a safe space to let go of our thoughts and feelings and emotions, and get that stuff out of us. We all want to talk. And even if you're one that says that everything's perfect with you and you're great, come on, man. You're going through shit too. We're all going through shit. And it's that was a nice time to let go of some stuff if you were there. It would be cool to do something like that in Pittsburgh here, and maybe I'll start looking for a men's group just to talk and get out. But that's why it's nice having friends too who will listen to you and who you can, vent to. That's needed. We all need that. We all gotta let go of stuff. So if you're someone who like holds back and feel that they can just be some superhuman and not let go of certain feelings and stuff, or you feel that you don't need to, I would reconsider that, and I would look deeper into that, and maybe try to do something like that. Go to somewhere or talk to people and let go of stuff. We all need that release. We all need that release um for whatever reason that may be. But yeah, I mean, just overall, I mean, beautiful weather for the most part, besides some rain here and there. Um, the talent show was great. They did do Miss Woodstock this year. I guess someone got too, I don't know, too butthurt about it, or it was like too sexual or something, so they had to stop. So I guess that leaves me as the last winner of the Miss Woodstock drag show. So blessings to myself for that. I'll pat myself in the back once or twice. Let's get it. So yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I met a lot of new people at Woodstock this year. It's going to be great to connect with them online and for future meetups potentially. And yeah, so that's really about all. I met like a dude that I've been really waiting to meet, Benny. He's from Australia. Really cool to spend some time with him and meet him and hang out. Like, it's funny, AJ. I actually met Benny the first night I got down there, and he was at the waterfront. And I walked up to him like, Benny, is that you? And he was like, yo, what's up, cousin? We hugged it out, and it was sweet. And I told AJ that, and he was like, oh, that's a bromance if I've ever seen one. And I just thought that was funny. So yeah, it was cool meeting Benny, hanging out with him. Yeah, there was a girl, hold on, Serena, I think. It's so cool. She actually has been vegan since birth. Yeah, Serena. For some reason, at first I thought it was Selena, but it's Serena, Sarina. Her account's Born Vegan on Instagram, and I think it's the same on YouTube. And she's been vegan since birth, like I said. Super cool, and it was nice talking with her. Yeah, I mean, I could sit here all day and list off people that I met. It was actually really cool talking to some people that listen to the podcast and really hear us out. That was like the best. It was two or three instances that happened. That was like super awesome hearing that. Like, that just makes me feel so good. Sometimes I put stuff out here and I don't know if anyone's getting anything out of it other than myself. And it's cool hearing that. Tiandra being one of them. You said that you listen to every episode. Like, that just means so much to me. And I know AJ can definitely feels the same way. And we both appreciate everyone supporting us and listening to us. Much appreciated. But yeah, it was great meeting you and connecting with you as well. So I'm excited for future talks. But yeah, really cool stuff. Now, I just wanted to end this episode here with like, why is Woodstock, why is it important to me, and what's the point of going to the Woodstock Fruit Festival? And a lot of it is about community. And I'm not trying to I don't know how to phrase this. It's not that I need that community. I'm extremely, extremely blessed to have so many amazing friends here back in Pittsburgh. I actually was gonna put a story of my Instagram the other day, just being like, I'm so thankful to have such amazing friends. High school friends from Little League baseball growing up, college friends, guys at the gym I'm friends with, this everywhere. It's so cool. And I'm truly blessed to have such an amazing family around me and supportive family. But there's just something about the Woodstock community and vegan community in general that I just love. And I just love speaking with like-minded people. And that's what I feel like going to Woodstock's all about. It's just all about community. And you really do never know who you're going to meet. Maybe your next job opportunities through someone you meet at Woodstock, or maybe your next lover is someone you meet at Woodstock, or maybe your next lifestyle change is through talking with someone that at Woodstock, or your next trainer is someone you met at Woodstock, whatever. There's so many cool people from different backgrounds, different parts of the world, different parts of the country, who go to Woodstock and share their story. And I feel like at the end of the day, we're all have the same goals, but we're all here for a reason. Um, and I don't want to say that that's to like feel good, but we make these changes in our health for what? Some people do it to heal, some people do it for the animals, some people do it because this is like what they really believe we should be eating. I feel like feeling good is top notch. If you're like eating raw vegan and you're not feeling good, it's kind of like, okay, like what's the deal? So definitely feeling good's important in that regard. But yeah, I just think the community aspect is just top notch. And there's just something about the people at Woodstock where you can go up to anybody and they're going to be so loving. They're going to be so caring. They're going to be so generous, so giving. And they do want to listen to you, and they want to hear you out. They want to hear what you have to say. They don't care about themselves. They care about you, and they want to do whatever they can to help you. And that is what I believe is to be so special about the Woodstock community. Just the compassion and the empathy that everyone has there, and what they're willing to do for you and to give for you, and just to let you be yourself. That's what I think is so beautiful about Woodstock, and why I love going, and why I believe that you should consider going to the next one, whenever that may be. If it's in Florida, if it's in February, whenever that happens. So yeah, 2022 Woodstock Beer Festival, amazing memories. Really had such a fun, blessed experience. Cannot wait to connect with so many of you guys over the next couple weeks, months, years. Let's stay in touch. Let's stay up. Let's be great. And let's keep it HUNNIT, baby. Brew is out. That's all for today. Awesome stuff, guys. Can't wait to be back. Hopefully at Woodstock next year. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm gonna do my best, though. I'm gonna do my best to get there. If it all works out. Because the thing is like I go to Florida like usually end of January, and maybe it'll work out to where like Woodstock will be early February, so that I can just like stay in Florida and do that thing. I don't know, because I coach baseball too, and coaching starts around February, so it's a little harder. But yeah. Anyways, guys, with that said, stay up, be great. Always keep it HUNNIT.